Some days the mind won't leave you alone. You replay a conversation, draft 3 replies you never send, calculate outcomes for choices you aren't ready to make. Your body is in the room, but your attention sits at a desk inside your head, writing memos to itself. You tell people you're thinking it through, and that sounds responsible, but after hours of analysis, the only thing you feel is tired and unsure. If thinking is supposed to bring clarity, why does more of it make the world blur? Overthinking doesn't begin as a problem. It starts as care, the wish to make a wise choice, to avoid harm, to be prepared. You simulate possibilities, check angles, gather data. Then caution turns into a loop. You ask another friend, open another tab, outline a contingency for the contingency. You start measuring safety by how long you delay. The loop feeds itself. The more you delay, the less confident you feel. The less confident you feel, the more you think you need more thinking. Competence begins to resemble hesitation. Presence becomes planning. Here's the deeper truth. Overthinking is rarely about seeking truth. It's about seeking control. You hope that if you think long enough, the risk will disappear, the choice will choose itself, and you won't have to tolerate the discomfort of uncertainty or the possibility of regret. But the price of that bargain is freedom. The mind builds a cage out of hypotheticals and then calls it safety. You're rarely protecting yourself from harm, you're protecting yourself from feeling. And when you refuse feeling, you also refuse aliveness, the part of you that learns by doing, not by rehearsing. Leave this unchecked, and the costs multiply. Opportunities expire while you write pros and cons you never use. Relationships thin because you're present to your fears more than to the person in front of you. Work stalls at the boundary between almost ready and never shipped. Sleep fractures into micro-arguments with yourself. Trust in your own judgment erodes. You begin outsourcing decisions, or you overcompensate with rigid rules that fit no real moment. You start to avoid small risks, then large ones. And by degrees, your life becomes a collection of safe corridors where nothing meaningful happens. The cage shrinks, not because the world closed in, but because the mind did. How do you walk out? Not with a grand strategy, but with small, honest moves practiced daily. First, name the loop. I'm rehearsing, not deciding. Naming interrupts trance. Second, time box the thought. 5 or 15 minutes of focused reasoning with an endpoint you respect. When the timer ends, act or intentionally pause, but don't restart the clock without purpose. Fourth, lower the decision weight. Ask, what choice is reversible? Favor moves that are safe to try, not perfect to guarantee. Fifth, set a good enough standard. Define your minimum viable decision, the smallest decision that advances reality. Sixth, move through the body. Stand up, breathe audibly, walk without a podcast. Thinking loosens when the nervous system feels held. Seventh, limit inputs. Pick 1 or 2 trusted sources, refuse late-stage research. More information past sufficiency is not clarity, it's delay. Eighth, use 3 grounding questions. 1. What am I actually trying to protect? 2. What do I already know without more thinking? 3. What will still matter in 7 days? Write the answers. Short is fine. Eighth, choose one honest action aligned with your answers. Send the email, schedule the call, decline the invitation, publish the draft. Ninth, close the loop deliberately. After acting, note 1 sentence about what you learned. This builds self-trust faster than perfect plans ever could. 10th, borrow a witness. Tell a friend your time box and your move. Accountability shrinks the room where rumination echoes. None of this makes uncertainty vanish. It teaches you to carry it without letting it carry you. Thought remains valuable when it serves decision and care. The aim isn't to stop thinking, it's to stop circling. You're allowed to decide before you feel certain. You're allowed to learn in public. You're allowed to choose a good life over a theoretically perfect one. Overthinking is a cage, but the door is rarely locked. It opens when you give yourself permission to step into a moment that is real, not rehearsed. One small move at a time until the air feels like air again.